You have guests rocking up in a couple of hours and you want to wow them? You're in the right place. You'll need to grab a rack or two of lamb like this rack I picked up from Mick out at Gippsland Premium Meats. Start by trimming off all the excess fat and then Frenching the bones. This just means to clean all the meat and fat off the bones. Once they are all cleaned up, you can slice them into individual cutlets and then pop them into a large non-reactive bowl. Marinating lamb to have a Greek-inspired flavour is as easy as using these ingredients. Into the bowl of lamb you need to add 4 minced garlic cloves, the juice of 1 lemon and 2 teaspoons of lemon zest, 2 teaspoons of fresh oregano, 1 teaspoon of fresh rosemary, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper and 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Mix this up thoroughly and place it in the fridge for a couple of hours. For those wondering, a non-reactive bowl will not talk back to you. This is the only tzatziki sauce recipe you'll ever need. Into a non-reactive bowl, add 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of fresh dill, 2 teaspoons of fresh parsley, 3 minced garlic cloves, half a teaspoon of salt flakes, 1 cup of finely minced cucumber that you have removed as much of the excess liquid from. Then add this to the bowl and using a hand blender to mix it up. This will not only remove any chunks, but it will also aerate the sauce and make it light and fluffy. If you do find it's a bit thick, what you can do is strain it. That will last in the fridge for a few days. Tomatoes and onions are not the heroes in this dish, but they're still important. I like using vine ripened tomatoes and using a sharp knife I slice them in half. Then scoop out the seeds and the pulp and dice up into little pieces. The red onion is easy as well. Top and tail it, slice it in half, remove the outer layer and dice it up as finely as you can. Souvlaki comes from the Greek word souva, meaning skewer. Lucky for us, our meat is skewered on its own bone today. To grill these lamb cutlets, you're going to need a high direct heat source, like this electric hot plate. It's easy enough to set up, place on the bench, slide in the drip tray, plug in the power lead and turn it on. It takes around 5 minutes to reach the temp of 300 degrees Celsius, and that is perfect for grilling. It also doesn't produce heat underneath and is quite safe to use on your bench top or table. Cooking any appetiser should be at least a 1 beer cook. Unless you include the prep timers, then you're looking at a 3 beer cook. Cheers. To be fair, I had 3 beers before starting, so this is actually a 6 beer cook. This is how you grill tasty lamb cutlet. Once your grill has reached 300 degrees Celsius, you are ready for action. Place the lamb cutlets down on the grill. I didn't use any oil on the grill as the marinade has plenty in it. You will need to keep an eye on the char on the cutlets. Around the 2-minute mark, you should be having a quick look at the first side. Depending on the heat of your grill, 2 to 4 minutes per side is perfect to create a nice char on these. Remembering char is added flavour, burning your food is not. Once the cutlets are reading 54 degrees Celsius internally, they are ready. Cooking food doesn't stop here. We've now got to bring it all together. Laying down a pita bread on a serving platter or tray, then arranging the cutlets over the bread. I like to put a teaspoon or 2 of whipped tzatziki on each cutlet, then top that off with diced tomato and red onion.